If we want to have a future in what we do and how we do it out here, we better be paying attention. I better be paying attention to it so that my kids or your kids or the farmers' kids can have a farm down the road, and my kids can be a forester or a logger or whatever they want to do.
We're multi-generational farms, and the last thing you want to do is hand it down. We want to hand it down to the next generation in better shape than what we ended up with. I believe that.
There's one thing that makes all our industries work, and that is water. And without adequate, clean, and cool water, things have a hard time surviving.
These are first generation hatchery fish. These are all from wild parents. This took some years to get this program to come to fruition.
We have 3 lines that go out that pull water out of each Arts Bay, and we pull in 75 to 100,000 gallons of seawater a day, 24/7. We can't do this if we don't get water out of each Arts Bay, and so if our water's not clean or has problems with it, then we can't harvest.
Every industry in Tillamook County understands the necessity to have clean water and fish coming back on a regular basis.
Yeah, adaptive management's key for all of us, right? The willingness of the players to follow the science and, put the resources towards the betterment of the riparian areas and river systems has really made a difference.
All depends on clean, cool drinking water. And our fisheries, our timber, and our dairies could not survive without it.
There probably isn't a farm in Tillamook that isn't either next to a river, a creek, or a major ditch that goes into a creek or a river, and we have to keep these buffer zones so you don't get that runoff. It's trying to keep the water out of the barn so we're not adding to the manure tanks. It's trying to keep things covered, keep your gutters working good, and it's just doing a better job of managing the manure.
The mountains are the filter, right? That means having a high quality rock on the roads that are up here. We don't use dirt roads up here because of our high rainfall.
Okay, so welcome to the port here of Aldi, and we've got kind of 3 stops planned here.
We want to educate the folks that come out here about the sustainability of these fisheries. And like I said earlier, some of the best stewards of our environment are our farmers, loggers, and fishermen.
When I first started fishing here, my dad had 2 boats. He also had.
It's how we collaborate as a community in Tillamook County that I feel is the big thing. If you talk to the timber guys here, if you talk to the dairy guys here, if you talk to the fishing guys here, a decade or 2 ago, they weren't talking to each other.
Every one of those industries has something started right now that won't be available for 2 or 3 or 20 years down the road. Ultimately, all that matters is protecting the water.
We do a better job the more we know, and the more we know, the better we're going to do. And research helps us with that, there's no doubt.
We were taking large woody debris out of the creek because the science said it was blocking the creek, 50 years ago. And now we're putting it back in because we know better.
When it comes to clean water, habitat restoration, and fish recovery, we all collaborate on this. With our watershed councils, with Tillamook County Soil and Water Conservation District, Public Works, No Oregon county does this better than Tillamook County.
Our end goal is the same. It's clean water, and anything short of that is not acceptable.